Okay, here we are in San Diego, and this is the Port of San Diego getting ready to board the Disney Wonder. It is a Thursday. Doesn't really matter what day it is. It's always the same. Anyways, I thought we would update our Port of San Diego loading for our Disney cruise. This is viewed from the Wyndham Bayside room in Tower 3. And if you look closely down there, you can see people are starting to line up. It is about 10:50. Boarding for our cruise starts at about 11 o'clock. So they'll have like 11, 11:15, and 11:30 lines there, as well as the concierge. You line up by your port arrival time. There is no reason to get there more than 15 minutes before your port arrival time. You will not be able to get into the port until they call your time. Now, you'll see over here, that is where you will drop off your luggage. Now, once the port does open, you're able to walk through those little gates right there, and you are able to drop off your luggage even if it is not your port arrival time. So you can do that if you're here early. Go drop off your bags and then walk around this amazing little port area. So much to do here. If you're interested, we have our top 4 things to do within walking distance of the port on our videos, as well as why we love to stay at the Wyndham Bayside before a cruise. Anyways, as we travel in today to get checked in for our cruise, we will show you the process and see if anything has changed. Also, make sure you print out that port arrival form also put it on your Apple Wallet or in your phone. Screenshot it. This morning, we've never had this before, but this morning we were not able to access any of the port arrival forms via the app or the website. You'd have to search through your emails to have them. So just make sure you have that printed and accessible before you come, because they scan that for you to actually check in. Well, enjoy the video and don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notifications. And I hope this helps you with your Disney cruise planning out of San Diego. Okay, we have a 11:30 port arrival time. It is a little bit after 11. We just took the elevator down from Tower 3. We walk across the street. We were staying at the Wyndham, and we will go over, drop off our luggage first, then get in line based on our port arrival time. Here we go, Port of San Diego. It's a nice little port, but it does not have parking. So if you are going to drive down here, make sure you check in to that early on. We typically fly down the night before, stay at the Wyndham, so we don't have to worry about the parking situation. And you'll see, just like we saw from our room, here are the times for port arrival. You line up based on. Once you get through that little security checkpoint, they'll just make sure you have your port arrival form, and you will go down this entryway. Across the street to the left is where you will drop your bags off with the porters. That's going to be your little ticket that they give you when they check your port arrival forms. They'll give you one little pink ticket per adult. To the left here is where you will drop your bags off with these porters. It's not required, but nice to give them a little tip when you drop your bags with them. Then they will magically show up on the ship. Once you drop your bags off, you're going to head right back across where you just were. And this is where you will give them your little pink ticket, and you will enter the terminal so that you can get onto the Disney ship. So you'll give her your pink ticket, come into one of these security lines. Now this day there was only one ship in port, so it was a very easy security checkpoint. We have been in these lines where they are totally full, but they do move fairly fast. This is going to be another easy on. Here's security. You put your stuff through so once through security here at the port, it's just a x-ray of your bag. You walk through metal detector. You will go to guest check-in. We're really lucky today. There's not another ship loading, just the Wonder, so it's not very crowded. And here is the walkway. Welcome, Disney Cruise Line. So excited.
Me too.
Can't wait to board the Wonder. I wonder how long we'll have to wait before they call our boarding number. Our boarding group is 5 this morning, so it won't take us too long. If you are a concierge, you'll have a special check-in, and sometimes they have you check in by your Castaway Key membership. They'll have a separate line for like Platinum and Pearl and for concierge guests. So let's see what they have us do. This is where you'll present your passport or citizenship document. So they do have a Castaway Club line to check into the ship. Here is where you will just sit and relax. They do have restrooms and vending machines. It is not a Disney dedicated one like you'd find in Port Canaveral, but they do have separate concierge right there, you can see, and 11 different terminals that are checking people in. So this is where you will make sure that you have your passports ready. They'll scan your magic bands, make sure that's all ready to go, and just get everything ready. They don't give you the key to the world cards here anymore. They do have them outside your stateroom door. So we got to the port at about 11 o'clock, 11:05. We left our room at 11. Took the elevator down, across the street, came to the port. By the time we got down here, they had already let 11:15 boarding through, and we're starting to let 11:30, which is our port arrival time. So we just went through the queue for the 11:30 arrival time. They checked our port arrival forms there and gave us tickets for each adult. And then we went in, dropped our bags off with the porter, and headed into security. Now at the door, they'll make sure that your port arrival forms have the correct time. They'll take your tickets, they'll lead you to the next line that leads you to security. Once you get to the front of that line, you will again show your port arrival form. Once you've shown your port arrival form there and they've scanned in for your room, they will have you walk through another line to get you to security. When you get to security, you are going to put your stuff through your backpack and carry-ons you have through a x-ray machine. You'll walk through a metal detector, just kind of similar to the airport, and then you'll come through there and they will direct you to the line that you need to check in with Disney Cruise Line. We were through that whole process. There's only the Disney Wonder boarding today. There's not very many people here in the terminal. We were through that process within 15 minutes, checked in and everything. Now, if you are using a Magic Band Plus, make sure you have them scan it right there when you check in with your port arrival form. That's when you will also need your citizenship documents. They will check them. Whatever documents you used on your online check-in, you're going to want to make sure you use here at the port. And then you'll just sit and relax and wait until your boarding group is called. We are number 5 this morning, and they told us that boarding would start about noon. A good way to check that out, know when they're about to board, is when concierge starts getting on. You know the boarding process has begun, because concierge will always board first with the family of the day. And then once that happens, they'll start calling boarding groups by ranges, just like they tend to do in Port Canaveral if you've sailed out of there. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Pretty easy check-in, just the same as the one we had in the fall. We have had another one in the fall though, where 2 ships were here and we had to wait in quite a long line, but the process still went pretty smooth, pretty fast. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Make sure you check us out for more of our videos on what we do when we sail in San Diego, as well as some ship tours of the Disney Wonder coming up, as well as our staterooms and the kids clubs and other information about the Disney cruises. Okay, so they called boarding groups, they did concierge, boarding groups 1 and 2, 1 through 4, and now group 5. So here we go. You can stop here and take a photo with the backdrop. If you bought the photo package, I always suggest it. If you're not buying the photo package or a photo book, you could just walk on by and just keep on going. Hi. Sure. No, thank you. Yeah, we're good, thank you. And then, I'm so excited. Go all the way around, up the escalator.
My room's at 64.
Okay, why don't you keep it plugged in? Thank you. Hey, I need you to hold this. That's fine. Hello. Thank you. Up the escalator. Now they do have elevators if you need to use an elevator. And then you walk the gangway here. So exciting. Okay. Disney cruising is one of my absolute favorite things to do. Hi, thank you. Thank you. Here we are, the Disney Wonder. So exciting. This is one of my favorite things that we do. We've been cruising since, I believe, 2017. And this is our 19th cruise. So fun, so exciting. Well, let's get this cruise started. We head straight up to Cabanas. If you didn't get Bibbidi Bobbidi or the dining you want, take this time when you first board to go and do that, because there's always stuff available first thing. Thank you. It sure is. Oh, there's Captain Mickey. Captain Mickey's up there. We'll see him. You have the boarding passes for you guys? Hi, thank you. Hi,
You aren't
right
Disney
here.
fans or anything, are you?
No, not at all. Hi. Yep. Thank you. Hi. Zampieri. Here we are. On board.